Gravitas, co-presented by Skoda. Kushak, choose what really matters.
Let's turn to Russia. The president has gone into self-isolation. President Vladimir Putin, after dozens in his inner circle tested positive for the Wuhan virus. The outbreak comes right after Putin met two world leaders and greeted them with a handshake at a time when cases in Russia are soaring. There is no confirmation on whether he's been infected. Some reports say that he's tested negative. But Putin now joins a long list of world leaders who found themselves in a difficult situation after downplaying the severity of the virus in their country.
After trotting the world and infecting millions of people, the Wuhan virus has now breached one of the most carefully guarded areas in the world. The Kremlin. President Putin's inner circle is infected. The 68-year-old leader is said to have been in close contact with them. He has now been forced to cancel all engagements and is currently in self-isolation.
Вы знаете, что, к сожалению,
I had to cancel my visit to Dushanbe at the last moment. I am very sorry, but this is due to the fact that, as you know, cases of coronavirus have been identified in the immediate environment, and this is not one, not two, but several dozen people. And now we have to observe the self-isolation regime for several days.
Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin.
It was unusual for Putin, a man known to showcase strength. A man who hardly ever wore the mask publicly, to give such a statement himself. His staff say the president has tested negative, but he remains in isolation. Interestingly, the outbreak comes right after Putin's meeting with two other presidents. On the 9th of September, he met with President Alexander Lukashenko of Belarus. The two leaders shook hands, and on the 13th of September, he met with President Bashar al-Assad of Syria. Putin greeted him with a firm handshake. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov says that Putin proceeded with the meetings because no one's health was endangered. It's not clear what kind of COVID protocols were followed in these meetings. This is in stark contrast to the kind of measures taken last year to protect the Russian president from the virus from China. In June 2020, the Kremlin had set up a disinfection tunnel. Anyone visiting Putin's residence had to pass through it. When the president stepped out for inspections, they made him wear a hazmat suit, and his visitors had to quarantine for weeks before meeting him in person. But since being jabbed in April 2021, Putin has attended a lot of public events without a mask and exercising little caution. Now his closest team members have tested positive. The president is self-isolating. He joins a long list of world leaders who have suffered by downplaying the virus. This includes former US President Donald Trump, who called the virus just another flu, only to end up being severely infected himself. Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro, who refused to take the vaccine, only to end up being hospitalized. And British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who bragged about shaking hands with everybody and caught the virus soon after. The case of Vladimir Putin is yet another reminder on why the world still cannot afford to let its guard down. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Gravitas, co-presented by Skoda. Kushak, choose what really matters.